Hello students, I am Meenakshi Jory from Government Inter College Bareilly, and today I will discuss with you an important topic of grammar, active and passive voice. In today's session, we will discuss define what voices of verb are, differentiate active voice from passive voice, convert an active voice sentence to passive voice. So these 3 points we will discuss today. Before starting the active and passive voice, we will take a quick look of verb. So what is verb? Words that denote an action are known as verb. They are also known as doing words. Means what? The word which shows the action of the subject or the doer or the performer is called verb. Now look at these examples. The first sentence is Reena ate an apple. In this sentence, ate word is showing the action of Reena. So, ate word is the verb here. In the second sentence, Mohan goes to school. Here, goes word is showing the action of Mohan. So, goes word is the verb here. So, both the words are verb here because these words are showing the action of the subjects. Now, look at this sentence. She played piano. In this sentence, played word is the verb here. And now, if we ask the question, who played piano? Then what answer we will get? We get the answer, she played piano. That means, she is the subject here. And if we ask the question, after the verb, she played what? Then what answer we will get? We get the answer, she played piano. That means piano is the object here and this is the object of the verb here. So what it indicates? It indicates that this verb is taking an object to complete its meaning. So what kind of verb it is? It is called a transitive verb. A verb that takes an object is known as a transitive verb. And how can we get to know that this verb is transitive verb or not? By asking the question whom or what after the verb. So in this sentence, she played piano. Played verb is the transitive verb here. Now see the another example. The sentence is Jack cried. In this sentence, cried is the verb here. Now if we ask the question who cried, then what answer we will get? We get the answer Jack cried. So Jack is the subject here. Now if we ask the question after the verb, Jack cried for what? So do we get the answer for this question? No, we do not get the answer. And if we ask the question after the verb, Jack cried to whom? Then do we get the answer here? No, we do not get the answer here. That means this verb is not taking an object to complete its meaning. So what kind of verb it is? It is an intransitive verb. An intransitive verb does not take an object to complete its meaning. So in this sentence, Jack cried. Cried is the intransitive verb here. So there are two kinds of verb. First is transitive verb. Second is intransitive verb. Transitive verb takes an object to complete its meaning, while intransitive verb does not take an object to complete its meaning. This transitive verb has two voices. The first is active voice and the second is passive voice. While an intransitive verb is not used in passive voice unless it takes a cognate object in the active voice. We will discuss this point later, and now we see what is active voice and what is passive voice. Now look at both of the sentences here. The first sentence is Florida cooked the food, and the second sentence is the food was cooked by Florida. So we can see that the structure of the sentences are different, but both of the sentences are given the same meaning. So what is the difference? Now look at first sentence. First sentence is Florida cooked the food. In this sentence, cooked is the verb here, and if we ask the question who cooked the food, then what answer we will get? We get the answer Florida cooked the food. That means Florida is the performer or the doer of the action here. And if we ask the question after the verb Florida cooked what, then what answer we will get? We get the answer the food. That means the food is the object here. So here we can see that action is passing over from subject to object, which indicates that in this sentence object is the receiver of the action. So in this sentence our pattern is doer plus action plus receiver. Now look at the second sentence. The food was cooked by Florida. In this sentence, was cooked is the verb here. And now, if we ask the question, what was cooked by Florida? Then what answer we will get? We get the answer, the food was cooked by Florida. So in this sentence, the food is the subject here. Now a question arises in the mind, is the food the performer of the action here? Then what answer we will get? We get the answer no. Food is not the performer of the action here. So who is the performer of the action here? Now if we ask the question, after the verb the food was cooked by whom? Then what answer we will get? We get the answer Florida. So here the doer of the action is also Florida. So in this sentence, subject is not the doer of the action, but it is the receiver of the action here, and the object is not the receiver of the action, it is the doer of the action here. So in this sentence, our pattern is receiver plus action plus doer. So what is the difference between these two sentences? In the first sentence, we can see that subject is the doer or the performer of the action here, while in the second sentence, subject is the receiver of the action here. So when we see this pattern in the sentence, doer plus action plus receiver, that sentence is said to be in the active voice. And when we see this pattern in the sentence, receiver plus action plus doer, that sentence is said to be in the passive voice. So what is voice? Voices shows the form of a verb indicating whether the subject is the doer of the action or receiving the action. Voice can be of two kinds. First is active voice, second is passive voice. And what they denote? Active voice denotes that subject is the doer of the action, while passive voice denotes that subject is the receiver of the action. Our sentence was, Florida cooked the food. In this sentence, Florida is the subject here, and she is also the doer of the action here. That means this sentence is said to be in the active voice. Our second sentence was the food was cooked by Florida. In this sentence, food is the subject here, but it is not the performer or the doer of the action here. It is the receiver of the action here. That means this sentence is said to be in the passive voice. So when a verb shows that the subject has done something, it is known as active voice. And when a verb shows that the subject has been done something, it is known as passive voice. Now look at the sentence here. The sentence is Brutus stabbed Caesar. In this sentence, stabbed is the verb here. And if I ask the question, who stabbed Caesar? Then what answer I will get? I get the answer, Brutus stabbed the Caesar. So in this sentence, Brutus is the subject or the doer of the action here. And if I ask the question after the verb, Brutus stabbed to whom? Then what answer I will get? I get the answer, Brutus stabbed Caesar. That means Caesar is the object or the receiver of the action here. So our pattern in this sentence is doer plus action plus receiver. So this sentence is said to be in the active voice. Now see the another example. The sentence is the ball was kicked by Tom. In this sentence, was kicked is the verb here, means the action here. And now if I ask the question, what was kicked by Tom? Then what answer I will get? I get the answer, the ball was kicked by Tom. And now if I ask the question, is the ball the performer of the action here? So what answer I will get? I get the answer, no. Ball is not the performer of the action here. It is the receiver of the action here. So this action is done by whom? So if we ask the question after the verb, the ball was kicked by whom? Then what answer we will get? We get the answer, the ball was kicked by Tom. That means Tom is the object here, but he is the performer of the action here. So in this sentence, our pattern is receiver plus action plus doer. That means this sentence is said to be in the passive voice. So in the passive voice, subject is the receiver of the action, while object is the doer of the action. Now we see the basic rules of changing the sentences from active voice to passive voice. So the sentence is, the boy kicked the ball. And the first rule is, identify the subject, verb and object. This sentence is in active voice. And in the sentence, the boy is the subject here, kicked is the verb, and the ball is the object of the sentence here. After identifying the subject, verb and object, the second rule is change the object into the subject. So in this sentence, our object is the ball. So when we will change this sentence into the passive voice, then object will take the place of subject. So that's why we have written the ball first here. This is the second rule of changing the sentence from active voice to passive voice. The next rule is change in the verb of a sentence. Now look at the sentence of active voice, that is, the boy kicked the ball. In this sentence, kicked is the verb here and kicked is the second form of the verb kick. That means this sentence is in simple past tense. After recognizing the tense of the sentence, we do changes in the verb. And now we will see what changes we will do in the verb when we change the sentence from active voice to passive voice. So the passive voice of this sentence is the ball was kicked by the boy. So after changing the object into the subject, we always use the auxiliary be verb after the subject in the passive voice sentence. As we can see here, in this sentence, after the subject the ball, we have written the auxiliary verb, and this auxiliary verb always takes the tense of the verb of active voice sentence. And as we have already recognized the tense of the sentence, that this sentence is in simple past tense, that's why we have used here the simple past form of the be verb. And the simple past form of the be verb is was and were. Because in this sentence the ball is in similar number, that's why we have used here was. And after writing the auxiliary verb, we will write the third form of the main verb. And the third form of the main verb kicked is kicked. That's why we have written here kicked. So in the passive voice sentence, we have used be plus V3 formula to make changes in the verb. After making changes in the verb, we add the preposition by. And you can see here, we have written here the preposition by, and after the preposition by, we mention the object. And the object is the boy. This object is the subject of the sentence in active voice. Means when we change the sentence from active voice to passive voice, at that time subject takes the place of object. So that's why we have written here the boy after the preposition by. So our sentence will be in passive voice. The ball was kicked by the boy. So what we have learned here? We have learned that passive voice always requires the auxiliary be verb, which takes the suitable tense of the verb of active voice sentence. The second is change the main verb into the past participle of the verb V3. The third is add the preposition by, and the last one is change the subject into the object. So these are the basic rules to change the sentence from active voice to passive voice. So our sentence pattern in active voice is subject plus verb plus object. And when we change the sentence from active voice to passive voice, then we use this formula, and the formula is object plus form of verb be plus V3, means the third form of the main verb, plus preposition by plus subject. So you can note down this formula, and this formula will help you to change the sentence from active voice to passive voice. Now look at the sentence here. Sentence is Reena gave him a packet. So now if I ask the question, who gave him a packet, then what answer I will get? I get the answer, Reena gave him a packet. That means in this sentence, Reena is the subject here, and if I ask the question after the verb, Reena gave him what, then what answer I will get? I get the answer, a packet. And if I ask the question after the verb, Reena gave to whom a packet, then what answer I will get? I get the answer, Reena gave him a packet. That means in this sentence we have two objects. First is direct object and second is indirect object. In this sentence, a packet is a direct object and him is an indirect object. So if we have this kind of sentence, then how will we change this kind of sentence into the passive voice? So the rule is, if a sentence contains two objects, namely indirect object and direct object in the active voice, then we can choose any one of them as the subject in passive voice. Means you can choose any one of them as a subject in the passive voice. Either you can choose a packet as a subject, or you can choose him as a subject. And this kind of sentence can be formed in two ways. Now we see the first way of changing this sentence into passive voice. So our sentence will be in passive voice. A packet was given to him by Reena. Now look at the changes carefully, what we have done. So in this sentence we have chosen direct object, a packet, as a subject. That's why we have written a packet first here. After changing the object into the subject, what do? We do changes in the verb. So in this sentence, Reena gave him a packet. Gave is the verb here, and give is the second form of the verb give. That means this sentence is in simple past tense. That's why we have used here the simple past form of the be verb. And the simple past form of the be verb is was and were. Because a packet is in singular number, that's why we have used here was. And after the auxiliary verb, we write the third form of the main verb. And the third form of the main verb gave is given. That's why we have written here given. And after the third form of the main verb, we will write the suitable preposition to connect the verb with the indirect object. As you can see here, after the third form of the main verb, we have written two preposition here. And after the preposition, we will write the indirect object as it. So our indirect object in the sentence is him. So that's why we have written the indirect object as it after the suitable preposition here. After writing the indirect object, we will follow the rules as it. Means we will write the preposition by, and after the preposition by, we will write the object. So as we have learned that when we change the sentence from active voice to passive voice, at that time subject takes the place of object. So that's why we have written here Reena after the preposition by. So this is the first way to change the sentence from active voice to passive voice when we have two objects. And in this example, we have chosen direct object as a subject. Now we see the second way of changing this sentence from active voice to passive voice. Now look at the second sentence here. The sentence is, he was given a packet by Reena. In this sentence, we have chosen indirect object as a subject, and the indirect object of the sentence is him, which is a third person pronoun. So when we will change this sentence into the passive voice, at that time we will use the nominative case or the subjective case of the pronoun in the passive voice sentence. In this sentence, the pronoun is given in objective case. So when we will write this pronoun in the place of subject, at that time we will use the nominative case, and the nominative case of the pronoun him is he. That's why we have written here he. As we have already recognized the tense of the sentence, that this sentence is in simple past tense, so that's why we have used here the simple past form of the auxiliary be verb, and that is was, because our pronoun is a third person pronoun. And after the auxiliary verb, we will write the third form of the main verb, and the third form of the main verb is given. So that's why we have written here given. Now after the third form of the main verb, we will write the direct object as it. So the direct object in this sentence is a packet. So when we will change this sentence into the passive voice, then we will write the direct object as it after the third form of the main verb. As you can see here, we have written here a packet as it after the third form of the main verb. And after writing the direct object, we will write the preposition by, and after the preposition by, we will mention the object, and the object is Reena. So our sentence will be in passive voice is he was given a packet by Reena. So these are the two ways to change this kind of sentence from active voice to passive voice. And in this sentence, we should keep this thing in the mind that if we choose direct object as a subject, then we will use a suitable preposition after the third form of the main verb to connect the verb with the indirect object or to make the sentence correct. And if we choose indirect object as a subject, then at that time we will not use the preposition after the third form of the main verb.
Now we see the table of changes of pronoun in passive voice. So if the pronoun is given in the nominative case in active voice, so when we change the pronoun in passive voice, then I become me, we become us, you become you, he becomes him, she becomes her, it becomes it, and they become them. So this is the first table of changing the pronoun. Now we see the second table. If the pronoun is given in the objective case in active voice sentence, and you want to make that pronoun the subject of the sentence in passive voice, then we use this table to change the pronoun from its objective case to its nominative case. And in this case, me become I, us become we, you become you, him becomes he, her becomes she, it becomes it, and them become they. So this is the table of changing of pronoun. Now we see which tense sentences can be changed in passive voice. So the simple present tense sentences can be changed in passive voice, yes. Simple past sentences, yes. simple future sentences yes, present continuous yes, past continuous yes, future continuous no, present perfect yes, past perfect yes, future perfect yes, present perfect continuous no, past perfect continuous no, and future perfect continuous no. So what we have learned here? We learned that passive voice sentences can be formed in 8 tenses only. And now we see the changes of the verb forms of simple present tense, simple past tense, and simple future tense in passive voice.
Now look at the sentence here. The sentence is Dinah writes a letter. This sentence is in active voice. And in this sentence, Dinah is the subject here, writes is the verb, a letter is the object of the sentence. Now look at the verb. In this sentence, the verb is writes, which is the first form of the verb. That means this sentence is in simple present tense. Now we see the passive voice of this sentence. So when we change this sentence into the passive voice, at that time we will use this formula. The formula is object plus isrm plus V3 plus by plus subject. You can note down this formula in your notebook, and this formula will help you to change the sentence from active voice to passive voice. So our sentence will be in passive voice is a letter is written by Dinah. The next example is Columbus discovered America. This sentence is in active voice. In this sentence, Columbus is the subject here, discovered is the verb, America is the object. Now look at the verb here. In this sentence, the verb is discovered, which is the second form of the verb discover. That means this sentence is in simple past tense. Now we see the passive voice of this sentence. So when we change this sentence into the passive voice, at that time we will use this formula. And the formula is object plus was verb plus V3 plus by plus subject. So when we will apply this formula here, so our sentence will be America was discovered by Columbus. The next example is he will finish the mango. In this sentence, will finish is the verb here. He is the subject of the sentence and the mango is the object of the sentence. Now look at the verb here. The verb is will finish. That means this sentence is in simple future tense. Now we see the passive voice of this sentence. So when we will change this sentence into the passive voice, then we use this formula. Object plus will shall plus be plus V3 plus by plus subject. And when we apply this formula here, then our sentence will be in passive voice is the mango will be finished by him. Look at the sentences on your worksheet and convert them from active voice to passive voice. Note down all the sentences on your notebook and we will convert all the sentences one by one in passive voice. The first sentence is the shark ate the man. The second sentence is she will make the pies. The third sentence is Jack gave me many books. And the fourth sentence is Emma writes a letter. Now we see the passive form of first sentence. So the first sentence is the shark ate the man. This sentence is in simple past tense. That's why we have applied this formula. Object plus was or were plus V3 plus by plus subject. And our sentence will be in passive voice. The man was eaten by the shark. The second sentence is she will make the pies. In this sentence, she is the subject here. Will make is the verb. The pies is the object of the sentence here. Now we see the passive voice of the sentence. So the passive voice of this sentence is the pies will be made by her. This sentence is in simple future tense. That's why we have applied object plus will or shall plus be plus be3 plus by plus subject formula here. The next sentence is Jack gave me many books. In this sentence, Jack is the subject here, gave is the verb, me and many books are the objects of the sentence here. Now we see the passive form of this sentence. So this sentence is in simple past tense. So we will apply this formula, object plus was or were plus be3 plus by plus subject. And as you can see here, in this sentence we have two objects. First is me and the second is many books. So as we have learnt that if we have two objects in the sentence, then we can choose any one of them as a subject in passive voice sentence. So here many books is the direct object and me is an indirect object. So if we choose many books as a subject in passive voice, then our sentence will be many books were given to me by Jack. And if we choose pronoun me as a subject in passive voice, then our sentence will be I was given many books by Jack. So both the sentences are correct. The last sentence is Emma writes a letter. In this sentence, Emma is the subject here, writes is the verb, and a letter is the object of the sentence here. So when we change this sentence in passive voice, then our sentence will be a letter is written by Emma. So this sentence is in simple present tense. That's why we have used object plus is or are or am plus be3 plus by plus subject formula here. So this is the solution of the sentences on your worksheet, and now I have an interesting quiz to all of you to check how much have you attained from today's session. So let's start the quiz.
So dear students, are you ready for the quiz? I know your answer is yes. So just gear up your mind and give the answer of this quiz. So here is the sentence, Latika will celebrate Fanny's birthday on Sunday. And the question is for you, who is the doer in this sentence? And the options are A. Sunday, B. Fanny's birthday, C. Latika, and D. Celebrate. And the answer of this question is C. Latika, because the action of the celebration will be done by Latika. So in this sentence, Latika is the doer of the action. So here the option C is correct. The next question is underline the objects in the given sentences. The first sentence is Lena plays the instruments. The second sentence is we eat our lunch in noon. The third sentence is Tom drew a clown on the worksheet. And the fourth sentence is they celebrate all festivals. Okay, now we see the answer of this question. So in the first sentence, the instruments is the object of the sentence. In the second sentence, we is the subject, eat is the verb, and our lunch is the object here. In the third sentence, a clown is the object of the sentence here. And in the fourth sentence, all festivals is the object of the sentence here. So in these sentences, all the underlined words are the receiver of the action here. That's why these are the objects of the given sentences. The third question is, what does passive voice tell us? And the options are A. Subject is the doer of the action. B. Subject is the receiver of the action. C. Subject is the action verb. And D. None of these. Now we see the answer of this question. And here the option B is correct, because passive voice tells us subject is the receiver of the action. Now we see the fourth question, and the fourth question is, which 10 sentences cannot be changed into passive voice? And the options are A. Simple present tense, B. Past perfect tense, C. Present perfect continuous, and D. Present continuous. And the answer of this question is option C. Present perfect continuous. So present perfect continuous sentences cannot be changed into passive voice. The last question is, when we change the sentence from active voice to passive voice, then object will take the place of dash. And the options are A. Verb, option B. Preposition by, option C. Subject, and option D. No change. And the answer of this question is option C. Subject. So when we change the sentence from active voice to passive voice, then object will take the place of subject. And now we move towards the end of this session.
So what we have learned today? We have learned what is voice, difference between active and passive voice, basic rules of converting active voice into passive voice, changes the simple present, simple past and simple future sentences from active voice to passive voice. I hope this session would be very fruitful to all of you, and rest of the rules regarding active voice to passive voice I will discuss in the next session. Till then, keep practicing and stay connected with us. Thank you.